The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Mark. The apostles gathered together with Jesus and reported all that they had done and taught. He said to them, "Come away by yourselves to a deserted place and rest a while." People were coming and going in great numbers, and they had no opportunity even to eat. So they went off in the boat by themselves to a deserted place. People saw them leaving, and many came to know about it. They hastened there on foot from all the towns and arrived at the place before them. When Jesus disembarked and saw the vast crowd, his heart was moved with pity for them, for they were like sheep without a shepherd. And he began to teach them many things. The Gospel of the Lord. Disruptions. We all live with lots of disruptions all the time. And it's like it's part of life. And it could be, you've got your plans all set for the day, and a child is sick, or a grandchild is sick, and you have to respond. Or a neighbor's got an emergency, and they need help now. And or you have your own emergency, the car won't start, or the hot water heater's leaking. There's something to respond to. And it takes a discerning and loving heart to change plans and deal with whatever that disruption is. And we get a glimpse at Jesus' discerning heart and loving heart in today's gospel. The apostles have just returned from their first missionary journey. Jesus had given them his power and his ability to heal. And so they go off and they heal people, they cast out demons, and they preach the word of God. And huge crowds are following them. They're coming back to Galilee and telling Jesus what's going on, but there's so many people there that they can't, do anything, can't even eat. And so Jesus puts them in the boat and says, well, let's go to a place and get some rest. You guys need some rest. They're exhausted. And so, and Jesus as well. And so it's like going from the foot of the Bay St. Louis past Christian Bridge to the casino, So it's just a lake, Galilee. And so they're going over there. But the people see where they're going, so they rush off to the casino to check, to get them when they hit the beach there. And so Jesus, when he disembarks from the boat, he sees the great crowd, and he's moved with pity for them. And he begins to teach them. His plans were disrupted, but he had this loving heart and dealt with it that way. He began to teach them. He put aside his plans, and he did that. And in our first reading with Solomon, he's a young king. His dad has died, King David. And he goes to Gibeon. So it's a place about 2 miles north of Jerusalem, a high place. That's where they would have a big altar and do their burnt offerings. He does 1,000 burnt offerings. So it's mega sacrifice. He's praying as hard as he can because he needs help. And God says, well, what do you need? And he says, I need understanding heart. I need to be able to make lots of decisions and choose the right thing to do. And God grants him this understanding heart and gives him a lot of other things. And, this is the great wisdom of Solomon because God gives it to him. And so today's readings encourage us to ask God for a discerning heart, for an understanding heart, so that when disruptions come into our lives, we can respond to them patiently and lovingly, even when we're extremely tired, even when we think we can't do another thing.